Man, I didn't want to make this video, man, because y'all know I love my city. Ain't a better place in this world. But even my city ain't exempt from catching these strays from Draco. No, sir, they not exempt from catching these stray bullets from Draco. So Chiefs kicker Harrison Buckner was doing a commencement speech at Benedictine College. And in the speech, he ended up saying some things that ruffled a lot of people's feather and got people upset and even got people trying to cancel him.
I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you. How many of you are sitting here now, about to cross this stage, and are thinking about all the promotions and titles you are going to get in your career? Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world. I can tell you that my beautiful wife, Isabel, would be the first to say that her life truly started when she began living her vocation as a wife and as a mother. By making it to this moment through all the adversity thrown your way from COVID, I hope you learned the important lessons that suffering in this life is only temporary. As a group, you witnessed firsthand how bad leaders who don't stay in their lane can have a negative impact on society. While COVID might have played a large role throughout your formative years, it is not unique. Bad policies and poor leadership have negatively impacted major life issues. Things like abortion, IVF, surrogacy, euthanasia, as well as a growing support for degenerate cultural values in media, all stem from the pervasiveness of disorder. Our own nation is led by a man who publicly and proudly proclaims his Catholic faith, but at the same time is delusional enough to make the sign of the cross during a pro-abortion rally. He has been so vocal in his support for the murder of innocent babies that I'm sure to many people, it appears that you can be both Catholic and pro-choice. The world around us says that we should keep our beliefs to ourselves whenever they go against the tyranny of diversity, equity, and inclusion. We fear speaking truth because now, unfortunately, truth is in the minority. Congress just passed a bill where stating something as basic as the biblical teaching of who killed Jesus could land you in jail. I am certain the reporters at the AP could not have imagined that their attempt to rebuke and embarrass places and people like those here at Benedictine wouldn't be met with anger, but instead met with excitement and pride. Not the deadly sin sort of pride that has an entire month dedicated to it, but the true God-centered pride that is cooperating with the Holy Ghost to glorify him.
Now, this speech ended up going viral, and of course, cancel culture came right after that boy Harrison, man, and they was on his ass.
They say I talk with so much emphasis. Ooh, they so sensitive.
Cancel culture was on Harrison's ass so bad that the NFL had to come out and release a statement, basically saying that his views are not those of the NFL or the organization, so that they wouldn't catch backlash for the things that he said in his speech. Now, in his speech, he did hit on a lot of controversial topics, and I can understand some people being upset at the stuff that he said, bro, but listen, at the end of the day, this is his beliefs, his opinion, and I don't think that he should be canceled for stating his opinions. Do I agree with some of the stuff he said in his speech? No. Hell, I'm not religious at all. I don't believe in God and I don't believe in religion. But that doesn't mean I'm going to sit up here and go out here and try to get people canceled for believing in their religious belief. Everybody has their own opinion of how the world should be, and we should be able to agree to disagree. At the end of the day, nobody has to like his opinion. Like I said, I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that he said, but at the same time, bro, that's his opinion, and you have to respect his opinion, because at the end of the day, the world is people coming together from different points of views. And just because somebody doesn't feel the same way about certain things that you feel doesn't mean that they're a bad human being or they're a horrible human being and they need to be canceled. I actually kind of respect him for coming out here and saying this speech, because it's better than the people that sit there and hide behind their true feelings and, you know, don't actually say how they really believe and how they really feel and just go along with the narrative instead of actually putting their nuts on the table and actually telling people how they really feel. I would much rather him come out here and make this speech to let us know exactly where he stands, so there's no surprise and you ain't got to worry about somebody hiding and deceiving you. I mean, it took a lot of balls to make this speech, because I'm pretty sure he knew after he made this speech it was going to be a lot of backlash, and I got to give him respect for that. You know what I'm saying? He said what he truly believed and what he truly feel. And listen, I don't agree with everything he said, but at the same time, I respect it. So a lot of what he's saying was coming from his religious point of view and what he grew up on. And, you know, that's his belief. Who is somebody to say whether somebody else's belief is right or wrong? Now, a lot of people were upset about what he said during his speech. And like I said, I can understand people being upset and people being mad. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, some people feel some type of way. But What I don't respect is what the Kansas City main page, yes, the main page for Kansas City, a professional page that's supposed to be representing the whole city, what they tried to do after they heard the speech that he gave. The Kansas City page on Twitter puts out just a reminder that Harrison Butker lives in the city of Lee Summit.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Now, to me, I think that's just completely corny, bro. Listen, what he said was very controversial, and you know it's going to get a lot of people heated, bro. So to sit up here and to try to tell people where this man lives, like his location, of course they didn't give his actual address away, but to sit up here and try to tell people that he lives in the city of Lee Summit in order to like maybe get people to come there to like stand outside of his house and protest or harm his family, that's just straight up corny to me, especially coming from a professional page like the Kansas City page. Like, you're supposed to be representing the entire city. So to sit up here and post the city that he lives in order to try to get people to drop on where he might be at so that they can go to his house and probably do something to him or, you know, terrorize his family, bro, that's just downright disrespectful and corny and out of pocket, bro. Like, I don't care what nobody says. I don't like that one bit. At the end of the day, you don't have to agree with what he said, bro. But at the same time, what you don't do, you don't sit up here and try to get him harmed or get him hurt or something like that. You don't agree with his opinion, fine. Just say you don't agree with his opinion. But don't do corny shit like this. This is what kids do. Like, fucking kids that be on Twitch and streaming and kicking shit, they do dumb shit like this where they try to find people's location and put it on the internet, bro. That's something of a teenager. I don't expect grown adults that are supposed to be professional doing some bullshit like this. Now, of course, after catching backlash, the Kansas City page ended up saying, "We apologize for our previous tweet. It was shared in error."
Don't ever fix your lips like collagen to say something where you gon' end up apologizing.
And I appreciate the fact that they apologized, but at the same time, bro, what they did was just real childish and really unacceptable coming from a professional page that's supposed to be representing an entire city. Listen, I'm from Kansas City. The people that made that post ain't from my Kansas City, because in my KC, you're allowed to say what you want and how you feel, and people can agree to disagree, but they still respect you and respect you as a human being. They don't sit up there and try to drop your location so that people can terrorize you. Nah, that's pussy shit. You got a problem with somebody, you address them one-on-one. Or just make a tweet saying you don't agree like the NFL said. If that's what he believes and how he feels, he's entitled to his opinion, he's entitled to his belief. He states that he's coming from more of a traditional value, and that's basically what the tone of his speech was. Nothing wrong with that, no problem with that. Like I said, do I agree with everything he said? Fuck no. Hell no. But I don't think this man should be canceled. I don't think this man should have people putting out his location so that people could come to his home and terrorize him and his family. That's just corny, bro. That's just terrible, bro. That's pushy shit. You got a problem with it, then just say you got a problem with it. But don't try to hide behind the whole Kansas City page to voice your opinion. Just go to your page and say how you really feel. And like I said, I don't agree with what he said, but I respect it, bro. He came out there in front of everybody. He knew that he was going to catch backlash for this. And you know what? He went out there. He put his nuts on the table. He said what he had to say. Cool. I got to give you respect for that, bro. He gave an unpopular opinion, and he's clearly prepared to deal with the backlash. So I got to give him his respect. But what I don't respect is the people of the Kansas City page that's supposed to be representing the city of Kansas City sitting up here doing corny shit, little kid shit, childish shit, trying to drop this man where he lives at so that they can have people pull up and terrorize him because they don't like his opinion. You don't like his opinion? Get on your personal page and say that, yo, I don't agree with this shit. You can voice your opinion as well, too. You don't have to agree with the man. But don't hide behind the page of Kansas City. Don't hide behind the city to try to voice your opinions or voice your displeasure with what he has said. Do that on your page. You're supposed to be professional. Maintain professionalism. And I am so sick and tired of cancel culture, bro. Listen, everybody's not going to say something that you like. Everybody's going to have different opinions. Everybody is not going to say the things that make people happy. The man that tries to make everybody happy cannot be trusted. At least he's real and honest and gave his motherfucking opinion and stood behind the shit, bro. That is respectable. And it ended up backfiring anyway, because after he made this speech, guess what happened? His Chiefs jersey ended up selling out in women's sizes. And I think it probably sold out in men's sizes as well, too. I think he ended up having the #1 selling jersey for like that whole day. And that's what happened when you show some balls, say how you really feel, and don't try to please everybody. And that I respect. I respect that, bro. You can't please everybody. Everybody not gonna be happy with what you say, bro. But at the end of the day, live your truth. And that's what he did. He lived his truth. He was prepared for the backlash. I don't see nothing wrong with what he did. He was just stating his belief. Once again, I don't necessarily agree with everything he said, but at the same time, I respect him for going out there and saying what the fuck he had to say. I gotta give my mans his props. That's some real nigga shit right there. But anyway, y'all hit that subscribe button for your boy. Like the video. I'm gone.